So this is the lecture number 18 of the engineering mechanics. During the last lecture, we were discussing about the equilibrium of the beams, and we covered one problems on the support reactions, and one problem was given as a homework. So we will try to cover that problem, and then we will solve the connected bodies problem. So this is the problem that was given as a homework during the last lecture. So in this problem, a beam AB is supported with the help of hinge joint at point A and a roller joint at point B, which is shown in the figure. So this is the hinge joint, or we can say it is a hinge support. And point B, it is the roller support. So question is, we have to find out the reactions at point A and point B. So as we have already studied, if there is a hinge joint, then it will have two reactions. One is a vertical reaction VA, and second will be the horizontal reaction HA. And for the roller support, there will be one reaction which is perpendicular to the surface on which roller is mounted. Okay. So first step is we have to draw the free body diagram for the given system. So when you draw the free body diagram, you have to isolate the beam from its surrounding. Okay. And then for the reactions, that is support, we have to show the reactions. So if there is a hinge support, we have to show two reactions, and for roller support, there will be one reaction. So first draw the beam AB as it is. So this is the given beam AB. This is point A and B. Now A is a hinge support. So there will be one reaction in the Y direction. So this is the VA. And for the horizontal direction, there will be one reaction, that is the HA. So right now we don't know what is the exact direction of VA and HA. So time being, we assume HA and VA, they are acting in the positive X and positive Y direction. Then at point B, there is a roller support, and this roller, it is mounted on the inclined surface having the angle 30 degree. Okay. So draw the perpendicular to this inclined surface. So this is the reaction at point A, sorry, at point B, that is the reaction RB. Now the angle of this reaction RB with respect to x-axis, it will be 60 degree, because this angle is 30 degree for the inclined surface, and this is perpendicular. So remaining angle will be 90 minus 30, that is a 60 degree. Now after reactions, we have to show the point load as it is on the beam AB. So there is only one point load, that is F is equal to 20 Newton, and it is acting at 30 degree. So this is the point C, and this is the point load acting at point C. It is 20 Newton at angle 30 degree. And then we have to convert this UDL into a point load. Okay. So for this UDL, which is on the span BC, its intensity W is equal to 10 Newton per meter. So when we convert the UDL into point load, so this is the UDL given, this is point C, and this is the point B. Its intensity W, it is given as a 10 Newton per meter. And the span BC, it is equal to 2 meter. So for conversion of UDL into point load, multiply the intensity by the span. So intensity W is equal to 10 into span is 2 meter. So point load, because of the UDL, it is equal to 20 Newton. And this point load, it will act exactly at the center of the total span BC. So this will be 1 meter and this will be 1 meter from point C and B respectively. Okay. So on this beam AB, we can show the point load because of UDL at this point. Its value is 10 into 2, that is 20 Newton. And distance is 1 meter and 1 meter from point B and C. Okay. Now this is complete free body diagram for the given beam. Now we have to find out these reactions HA, VA and reaction RB. Now as there are three unknowns, HA, VA and RB, we have to use the three equations of equilibrium. So first equation that we have is summation Fx0. Second equation is summation Fy0. And then we can use the summation of moment, it is equal to 0. Okay. So when we use any one equation out of these three equations, we have to find out the point on the beam AB where maximum unknowns will meet. Okay. So at this point A, there are two unknowns. One is HA and VA. These are the reactions and they are passing from the same point. Okay. So we can use the third equation, summation of moment at point A, and then we can find out the unknown reaction RB. So first use summation of moment at point A by all the forces, it is equal to 0. Okay. Why we are selecting point A as a moment point? Because at point A, there are two unknowns, HA and VA. And if you use moment equation at point A, then we can cancel out the reaction HA and VA directly. And then we can get the one unknown reaction RB. Okay. So write the equation for summation of moment. So we can start from HA. So HA is passing from A. Therefore, there is no moment. So moment is 0. For VA, it is also passing from point A. So reaction moment is 0. Now for 20 Newton, which is acting at 30 degree, we have to find out the reaction moment about the point A. So resolve this 20 Newton. So this is the Y component of the 20 Newton. And this is the X component. So Y component will be 20 sine 30 and X component, it will be 20 cos 30. Okay. So first take the moment by 20 sine 30 about the point A. So force is 20 sine 30 into its perpendicular distance. So perpendicular distance will be distance AC. Okay. And that distance AC so take this distance as a 2 meter. So this is 2 meter and this is also 2 meter. And this moment is clockwise because it will try to rotate the beam AB in the clockwise direction about the point A. So this is minus. Then moment by 20 cos 30 about the point A, it will be 0 because line of action of this 20 cos 30, it is passing from point A and therefore there is a no perpendicular distance. So moment is 0. Next is point load because of the UDL, that is equal to 20 Newton. And for 20 Newton, perpendicular distance is 2 plus 1. So it is 3 meter. So moment will be 20 into 3. And again, this direction of the moment, it is clockwise. So it is minus 20 into 3. Next is reaction RB. So for the reaction RB, resolve this. So this is y component. So y component is RB. This is 60 degree. So it is sine 60 because 60 degrees with respect to x-axis. Therefore, y component will be the opposite component and therefore it is RB sine 60. X component, it is RB cos 60. So even you can take this angle 60 degree and this is also 60 degree, alternate angles. Okay. So right now this is reaction RB. So 60 degree is adjacent. Therefore it is RB cos 60 and this will be opposite. Therefore it is RB sine 60. So moment by RB cos 60, it will be 0 because the line of action of this component, it is passing from the point A. Therefore, we have to take the moment by RB sine 60. So force is RB sine 60 into its perpendicular distance. So we have to take the total distance of beam AB. So it is 2 plus 2, 4 meter. And the sense of rotation, it will be anti-clockwise. And therefore it is positive. So this total moment, it is equal to 0. That is summation of moment is 0. So from this we can find out the reaction RB. So we can write this equation as RB sine 60 into 4, it is equal to, this is 20 sine 30 into 2 plus 20 into 3, that is 60. And you can solve this equation and get the value of reaction RB. So the reaction RB, it is equal to 23.094 Newton. Okay. Then use the remaining two equations, summation fx0 and summation fy0. So by using summation fx0, you can find out the horizontal reaction HA, and by using summation fy0, you can find out the vertical reaction VA. So use summation fx, it is equal to 0. So for summation fx, consider the x forces. So first is HA, and we have assumed HA to be acting in the positive x direction. Then consider this 20 cos 30, that is x component of this 20 force. So plus 20 cos 30. Then x component of reaction RB, so RB cos 60, and it is in the negative direction. So minus RB cos 60. So it is equal to 0. So RB value is 23.094. So you can put this value. So HA is equal to, this is minus on the right side. So minus 20 cos 30 plus reaction RB. So that is equal to 23.094 into cos 60. So if you solve this equation, you can find out the reaction HA. So HA is equal to, this is minus 5.77. Okay, you can cross check the answer. As HA value is negative, that means our assumed direction is incorrect. Okay, so we have to take the direction of HA on the negative x side. So we can write here HA value is minus 5.77. That means HA is equal to 5.77 Newton, and it is on the negative x direction. Okay, and then use summation Fy, it is equal to 0. So by using this equation, we can find out the third unknown, that is the Va. So for Fy, consider the Y forces. So first is Va, then 20 sine 30 on the negative Y direction. So minus 20 sine 30. Then this is minus 20. That is the point load because of the UDL. Then next is RB sine 60. So plus RB sine 60. It is equal to 0. Okay. So calculate the Va. Put the value of reaction RB 23.094. So Va value is 10 Newton. And the answer is positive. That means its direction, it is positive Y direction. Okay. So by using these three conditions, we get the HA, it is equal to 5.77 Newton. On the negative x side, Va is equal to 10 Newton on the positive Y direction, and reaction RB, it is equal to 23.094, and its angle is 60 degree. Okay. So I hope this procedure is clear, how to find out the support reactions for the beams. Okay, we will solve one more problem on the beam. So you can draw this figure. So the problem statement is a man of weight 800 Newton, so approximately 80 kg, okay, is standing on the beam ABCD, and the self weight of the beam is 2000 Newton. That is weight of the beam, it is 2000 Newton. So this is the self weight. Weight of the man is 800 Newton. The beam is supported at the 2 points. The point B, it is the hinge. That means at this point, if you try to rotate the beam, then we can rotate the beam about the point B. Okay. And the second point, that is a point of support, it is the point D. So at this point D, one cable is connected, and this cable, it passes over the smooth pulley, okay, as shown in figure. And to this cable, one weight is connected, which is W. Okay. So question is, we have to find out the value of B, value of W, so that the beam will be in the horizontal position. That means by using weight W, we have to maintain the equilibrium of the beam. So it is similar to the last problem. So when we solve this problem, first step is draw the free body diagram. So this is the beam ABCD. This point is A, then hinge point, that is the B, then the cable connection, point D, this is the last point C. Okay, then at point B it is the hinge support. So at the hinge support we will show the two reactions. One is vertical reaction, so this is VB, and there will be horizontal reaction. So initially we can assume the direction for horizontal component may be on the positive x side or negative x side. Okay, so this is the HA. Then 800 Newton, it is the weight of the man. So we can show one point load for this man, and its value is 800 Newton. So it is at distance 1 meter with respect to point B. Then at point D, it is the cable support. So for the cable support, show the vector in the direction of that cable, and this is the tension in the cable, and this cable, it is passing over this pulley. So tension on this side, it is equal to tension on this side, and this tension, it is equal to the weight W. So we can say T is equal to W. So if you observe this free body diagram, then there are three unknowns. One is VB, that is vertical reaction at point B, then HB, horizontal reaction, and the tension or the weight W. So we have to find out the weight W. So we have three equations. One is summation Fx0, then summation Fy is equal to 0, and third equation is summation of moment, it is equal to 0. Okay, so we can directly use the third equation, summation of moment, and we can take the moment about the point B, because at point B there are two unknowns. So if you take the moment about the point B, then we can cancel out those two unknowns and we can directly get the value of tension or the weight W. So to take the moment, first resolve this tension. So in the question, the angle of this cable, it is given as a 60 degree. So if you resolve this, this is the component Fy. So this will be W sine 60, and this is the component Fx, which is W cos 60, or we can say it is T sine 60 and T cos 60. Okay, now write the equation summation of moment by all the forces about the point B, it is equal to 0. So if you take the moment by HB, that is a horizontal reaction, then moment will be 0. Similarly, if you take the moment by VB, again the moment will be 0 at point B. Next force is 800 Newton. So 800 into its perpendicular distance from point B. So the perpendicular distance means what? That distance must be perpendicular to the line of action of the force. So for 800 Newton, perpendicular distance is directly given as a 1 meter. So this is the moment 800 into 1, and this moment, its direction will be clockwise. So this is negative. Next is y component of this W. So it is W sine 60. And the perpendicular distance for W sine 60, it is equal to, so this is 5 meter directly given. And this moment, it will be anti-clockwise about the point B. So it is positive. Next is W cos 60, that is horizontal component of the weight or this tension. So this W cos 60, its line of action, it will pass from the point B. So there is no perpendicular distance with respect to point B, and therefore moment by this W cos 60, it will be 0. So we have to equate the summation of moment to 0, and from this we can get the value of this W. Okay, so we can rearrange the equation. This is W sine 60 into 5, it is equal to 800 into 1, it is negative on the left side, so it is positive 800, and from this W is equal to, it's 800 divided by sine 60 into 5. So if you have the calculator, you can solve this. So the value of the weight or the tension, it is equal to 184.75. And it will be Newton. So it is 184.75 Newton. So this value of the weight we must add so that the beam ABCD, it will remain in the horizontal position. Okay. And if you want to find out the remaining two unknowns, then you can use the summation fx0, you can find out the hb, and summation fy0, you can find out the vertical reaction vb. Okay, so I hope this problem is clear. Okay, so in the equilibrium there is one concept of Lamè's theorem. So basically Lamè's theorem, it is used for the equilibrium problem when there are three forces, and these three forces, they are passing from the same point. So basically it is used for the concurrent force system. So if you want to find out some unknown in the equilibrium, and if the forces are concurrent and there are three forces only in the system, then without using summation fx0 and summation fy0, we can find out the unknown forces or the reactions by using this Lamè's theorem. Okay, so for the Lamè's theorem, the condition is there has to be three forces only. So consider one system like this. So these are two cables, and these two cables, they support a bulb like this. So bulb has some weight W. Let us take this W. This is equal to 10 Newton. So suppose this point is A, this is point B, and this is the point C. So right now the system, it is in the equilibrium. Okay, that means all the forces, they are balanced. So this weight W, which is 10 Newton, it is distributed in the cable AC and cable AB. Okay, so consider this angle between AB and AC as alpha, angle between this AC and the weight W as a beta, and the remaining angle as a gamma. So when you draw the free body diagram for this system, then this is the point of concurrency. This is the weight of the bulb, which is W. Then there will be tension in the cable AB. So this is the tension vector. So this is tension AB, then tension AC, and this angle it is given as alpha, this angle is beta, and this angle is gamma. And suppose we want to find out the tension AC and tension AB. So our regular procedure is we have to resolve these forces, tension AB and tension AC, along x and y direction, and then we have to use the summation fx0 and summation fy0. Okay, but without using summation fx0 and summation fy0, we can find out this tension AC and tension AB by using the Lamèche theorem. So what is Lamèche theorem? This tension AC, it is proportional to the sine of the opposite angle. So opposite angle means what? Right now opposite angle to tension AC, it is the gamma. Opposite angle to tension AB, it is beta, and for W, it is alpha. So we can write the equation as tension AC divided by the sine of opposite angle, that means gamma. It is equal to tension AB divided by sine of opposite angle, that is beta. It is equal to W and the sine of opposite angle. So W divided by sine of alpha. Okay. So this is the equation for Lamèche theorem. So by using this equation, we can find out the unknown tension AC and the tension AB. Only requirement is W must be given and the angle must be known. So if W is given and alpha is given, beta is given, okay, then we can find out tension AB and tension AC. So this is the Lamèche theorem. So on this Lamèche theorem, we will solve one problem. So this is the problem where the bulb is supported by using cable AB and AC. The weight of that bulb is 10 kg. So this is given as W, that is equal to 10 kg. So we can convert this in Newton. It is equal to 10 into 9.81. So it is 98.1 Newton. So we have to find out the tension in the cable AB and AC. Okay. So directly the angles are not given. So we will solve this problem by using Lamè's theorem. So Lamè's theorem problem you can solve by using summation fx and summation fyz. Okay. Now to use the Lamè's theorem, first step is we have to draw the free body diagram. So this is the point A, which is called as the point of concurrency. The meaning of concurrency is all the forces they are passing from the point A. So this is the point A. At point A, the one force is vertically downward on the negative y direction, which is the weight, that is equal to 98.1 Newton. Then there is a tension in the cable AC. So this is the tension vector, tension AC. So this tension AC is unknown. Then there is a tension AB. Okay. Now to use the Lamè's theorem, we must know the angles. So angle between tension AC and AB, angle between tension AB and W, and angle between W and tension AC. Okay. So to find out this angle, some dimensions are given. So this is 0.75, this distance, and 1.5 is the horizontal distance. Okay. So by using these two distance, we can find out this angle. So we can use the tan theta, opposite side divided by adjacent side. And similarly, we can find out this angle. Okay. So the first angle, let us take this as a theta 1 and this is theta 2. So theta 1, it is equal to tan inverse 1.5 divided by 0.75. So this is equal to 63.43. And the second angle, theta 2, that is equal to tan inverse 2 divided by 0.75. So it is equal to 69.44. So the total angle, let us take this angle as alpha, which is equal to addition of these two angles, 63.43 plus 69.44. So it is equal to 132.87. Then remaining angles, so we have to find out the angle between AB and the weight W. So this angle, you can make one construction like this, draw one horizontal line passing from the point A. So this complete angle is 90 degree. So from this 90 degree, we can subtract this theta 1. So we will get the remaining angle. So this small angle. So it is equal to 90 minus 63.43. So it is equal to 26.57. So this angle, it is 26.57. And then total angle AB between AB and vertical line is 90 plus this 26. So it is equal to 116.57. So this angle beta, which is equal to 116.57. So the remaining angle, total angle will be 360 degree. Okay. So subtract 360 minus 116.57 minus 132.87. So it is equal to 110.56. So this is gamma. And now use the Lamè's theorem. So take tension AB. Its opposite angle is gamma. Okay. So take sine gamma, which is equal to tension AC its opposite angle is beta, so it is sine beta. And next is weight W, its opposite angle is alpha, so it is sine of alpha. Now just put the value. So W value is known, it is equal to 98.1 divided by sine alpha is 132.87. It is equal to, select any two equations. Okay, so I'm selecting W upon sine alpha and tension AC upon sine beta. So tension AC is unknown, divided by sine beta value, it is equal to 116.57. So we can get the value of tension AC. So the tension AC, it is equal to 119.71. And then select these two equations to find out the tension AB. So W is 98.1 divided by so gamma value is 110.56. So you can find out the tension AB. So tension AB, it is equal to 125.32. Okay. So this is the application of Lamè's theorem. So by using Lamè's theorem, if there is a concurrent force system, then we can find out the reactions without using summation Fx and summation F1. So I hope this application is clear. So we will stop here. Just give your attendance in the chat box.